Hey there, and welcome back. It's a new month already, and I welcome you to day 31 of the 100 Days Python Programming Challenge. Today, have I got something exciting for you? We will be talking about pandas. You would learn about importing pandas, how you can create series, and how you can create data frame. If you're interested, to the screen. Welcome to day 31 of the 100 Days Python Programming Challenge. And for the next couple of days, we will be talking about a very interesting topic that is really, really dear to me. Anytime I have to work with large data sets, what do? I use pandas. Wondering what is Pandas? It's a Python package that allows you to be able to manipulate data, to able to work with large data, and it is both easy and intuitive. So you have data that you want to work with, either you want to perform operations, you want to clean, you want to display graphs, then you use Matplotlib, but then it's the beginning of data science and machine learning and so on. So today we will be doing an introduction to Pandas. So the first thing that you like to do is to install Pandas if you don't already have it installed on your system. Now we have Pandas already installed, and then to use Pandas, we have to import it. So I usually import Pandas, and I'm sure most people do, import Pandas as PD, and then it is imported into our system. So now, how do you use Pandas? How do you create a data frame? A data frame is a two-dimension label data structure of columns of potentially different types. So let's create, imagine we have this data. I have data, this is my variable name, and then I have a list of numbers. Let's say these are people's ages. For example, we have 10, where's my comma, and 40, and 50. So these are my data, and I would like to create a series. What is a series? A series is a single column of data. So I want to create a single column of data. How do I do that? Then I have series equals to PD, which I imported. Import pandas as PD dot series. And what am I converting to series? My variable, which is data. And then when I print series and run this, I have my single column of data. So by using pandas.series, I get a series from a list. This is a list of ages, like we said, and then I'm able to print a single column of data. So another thing that you might be wondering is, why do we have 0, 1, 2, 3, and 4? That is the index that comes with the series. But what if you want to set a custom index? Instead of using 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, you want to use something different like A, B, C, D, etc. So still using the same data that we used to create the series, then I would have to specify my index. So I'll create another variable that would be a list of the index that I would like to use. So I want my index to be A, B, C, D. How many values do we have? We have 5, and then E. So now this is my index. So in place of saying 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, I want to see A, B, C, D, E. And now to specify in the pandas.series that I want my index to be this, I will then put a comma and say index equals to my variable name, which is index. Your variable name can be anything you want, it doesn't matter. And when I run this, now my index is A, B, C, D, E, and not 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, like you saw earlier. So this is a series. A series is a single column. What if you now want to have 2 columns or multiple columns? Then we would have a data frame. So let me show you how you can create a data frame from a dictionary. A dictionary is something that has a key and value. So imagine you want to have a dictionary with the name, age, and cities of people. So your key is name, age, and city, and then your value is then a list that contains all those values. So this is our dictionary. We have name, and our name is John and Peter. These are their ages, and this is the city that they live in. So I want to convert this to a data frame. When we wanted to convert to a series, we use pd.series. So if I want to do the same for the data frame, so data frame is equal to pd dot data frame. And what am I converting to data frame? Data. And then when I print df, which represents my data frame, and I run this, then I get an error. Why did I get an error, you might ask? Because data frame, the F is in capital letter, should be in capital letter, but mine was in small letter. So let's run this. Then we have our data frame. So you have to be careful with writing the data frame. The data frame should be, the D should be in capital letter, and the F should also be in a capital letter. So this is how we're able to create series and data frame. We created series. Remember, series is a single column, while data frame, you have multiple columns. So now imagine you want to create data frame from a list of dictionaries. So we created from just a dictionary, but what if you now have like multiple dictionaries? So this is data. Now we have each entry. It's almost like the same, because if you pick them out, name, age, and city, and then the values are then the names and the age and cities of the people. But now we have them at individual dictionaries rather than just one dictionary. And then I want to convert this to a data frame. It is exactly the same process. And then I write df, then I see it as a data frame. I think this looks nicer than having print df. So most times when I want to like make it look it nicer, I just write df. So now that we have created our data frames and then our series, you might be wondering like what kind of operation can you perform with a data frame? But do you want to be able to display the last 5 rows, the first 5 rows? Do you want to know the number of rows and columns that you have? You want to print out the column names and so on and so forth. So now let's use this data. So this is a longer list of dictionaries. We have 7 dictionaries, and then we'll convert it to a data frame. And this is what we have. So now I want to be able to print out the first 5 rows. So I'll do print data dot add, and then when I run this, it gets the first 5 rows that we have. If I want to get the last 5 rows, so we can see that Luke and Joy are missing. So then if I want to get the last 5 rows, then I'll do data dot tail, and then when I run this, I get the last 5 rows. So you see John and Anna are now missing. So what if I would like to get the shape of my data frame to know the number of rows and columns that I have? So I would use data.shape. And then when I run this, you see we have seven rows and 3 columns. We have the name, age, and city. Those are our columns. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rows. So what if I want to print a particular column? I just want to get the entries of one column. How do I do that? And then I would use data. And then in my square bracket, I'll put the name of the column that I'm interested in getting. So if I just want to get the entries from my name column, and then when I run this, we see we get just the name column. If I want to get the age and run this, then I get the age. And if I want the city, then I get the city. So these are some of the operations that you can perform What other operations can you perform, you might ask? You can add a new column, you can remove a column, you can rename a column, and so on. So now let's add a brand new column to our data frame. So imagine I want to add country. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I have 7 countries. So I want to add countries to my data. So now when I print data, it should automatically add my new country. So now we have more columns than we initially had when we started. So I've been able to add a new column to it. So then what if I want to drop a column? Like I don't need the country column anymore. To drop a column, I would have data equals to data dot drop, open my brackets. I would like to drop the country column, or let's drop the city column, and then bracket and access equals to 1. And then when I then print data again, we should not have the city column, and then the city column is gone. So what if I want to rename a column? For example, I want to rename the name column, and then I would have data equals to data dot rename. And what do I want to rename? I want to rename my name to full name, and then age to ages in years. And then when I print data again, my columns would be renamed. So you see now name is no longer name, is now full name, and age is now ages in years, and then we have country. So those are the operations that can be performed. You can print the first 5, you can print the shape, you can manipulate the data by adding new column, you can remove column, you can rename a column, and then you can also perform some basic math operation. For example, if you have integers in your values, you can calculate the mean, the median, and the standard deviation. So let's do that. So I would have print and then data. And what do I want to calculate? I want to calculate, we've renamed it to ages in years. And then I have that. And then I want to calculate the mean of the value. So I'll just do dot mean. And then when I run this, I have my mean. What if I want to find the median? Then I would change mean to median. And then I have my median. What if I want to do standard deviation? Then I have my STD for standard deviation. And then you run this and you get your standard deviation. So in this tutorial, we created our data frame with the created series, which is a single column of data. We created data frame from dictionary or from a list of dictionary. We performed basic data frame operations. We manipulated our data by adding new columns and removing columns. We also removed a column, renamed the column, and then we performed mean, median, and standard deviation operations. That is it for this video. Do not forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. And as always, the link to the Jupyter Notebook is in the description. So check it out and let me know what you think of our video so far. We're going. Thank you. Bye for now.